Can you guys see me? Can you guys hear me? Hello? You guys don't understand the amount of technical difficulties that I've had trying to start this live stream because I was supposed to start it at 5:05. I was on here at 5:05 setting everything up, and then the internet decided to crash. Everything decided to crash. But for anybody who's watching this on the replay, hello, welcome. For anybody who's watching live, hello and welcome as well. Thank you guys for being here. I wanted to give you guys like some updates on this live stream of just like 31 Nights of Horror, just tell you guys some video stuff that's coming up. Like that's going to be pretty much the boring stuff, but most importantly, we're going to be talking about some 70s horror movies that I didn't get to review this week because if I review every 70s horror movie, that would just be too much, obviously. But yeah, today we're just gonna be doing that. And if you guys are catching this on the replay, then let me know down below and let me know what your favorite 70s horror movie is. And if you're watching this live, also let me know what your favorite 70s horror movie is. I have like a tier list that I didn't create, I just found on the internet. We're gonna be customizing it though, and I'm gonna be ranking them in what I think will, in what I think deserves to be the right tier and stuff. Sorry if I'm a little like crazy today. It's just been such a hectic day. I know this is also like an off time for me to do live streams. I usually do them at night, but I did it a little bit earlier today because we did a little poll between today and tomorrow, and you guys chose today at 5. So we're doing this here. And yeah, I'm just gonna be talking about some horror movies. If you guys just happen to be in the chat, you can ask me any questions. You can give me any of your comments. It'll just be a very chill live stream today and stuff. And yeah, so I'm gonna try to pull up the tier list because honestly, it was not really working for me a minute ago, which would kind of suck and would, ruin the point of today's live stream. So yeah, I want to know. My favorite 70s horror movie is Carrie. Cool. We're going to definitely be talking about Carrie today. Okay, I'm just like trying to figure out a couple of things. I'm also going to tell the people that I'm live because if people don't know I'm live, then that would obviously not be good. So let's just tell people I'm live. Okay, cool. I'm going to just post that really quickly. Actually, I took a bad picture. Okay, cool. I'm going to post that and then we're going to get started so that we can start talking about some 70s horror movies. I'm going to like pin a message to the chat. I actually don't remember how to do that. How do I pin a message to the chat? Hey guys, let me know. Okay, wait, I have a better idea. This is such a mess. Sorry guys. It's been a hectic day today. There. So now when people join, they can let me know their favorite 70s horror movies and such. Okay. Posted it. We're ready to get started. Let's see if it works. So I totally forgot how to share. Okay. Am I sharing my screen? I am not sharing my screen. Gosh, guys, can you tell that I'm like pretty bad at this? Okay, here we go. Share screen. Okay. Can you guys see the screen right now? Because I'm seeing it on my end, but I don't think you guys can see it. Okay, wait. It's not letting me for whatever reason, which is kind of weird. Okay. Wait, I think I know the issue. Give me 1 second, everybody. Okay. Okay, I think you guys can see that now. Okay, you guys can see that, right? If you can't see that, let me know. But yeah. Okay, wait. I don't think you guys can see it because I'm trying to figure this out. Can you guys? Okay. Okay, you guys can see it. Cool. Sorry, I just got quiet for a second. I was just trying to figure out if you guys could see it because it would suck if you guys wouldn't be able to see it. Okay, so here we go. This is the stuff that we have to rank today. I have not seen every single one of these movies, which is important for me to tell you. I have not seen that many 70s horror movies, but I feel like I've seen enough to make some good content out of this. You know what I mean? Um, hello. How are you doing? Thank you so much for joining. Let me know what your favorite. Wow, sneeze. Let me know what your favorite 70s horror movie is, please. I would love to know that. Okay. So I'm gonna just start customizing the tiers. These are the movies that we're gonna be talking about today. But I'm gonna start customizing the tiers. So the one at the top, I'm just gonna probably put um best movie ever. Like you are just an incredible movie. For the second tier, I'm gonna put let's see. What type of name should I put for the second tier? Does anybody have any suggestion? I think I'm gonna put good movie. And then we're gonna do is good enough, like, because good enough to me is like, it's pretty good, like it's not horrible. Okay, then after that, our middle tier, we're gonna do average, it's not that great, below average, and then literally horrendous. Oops, I spelled that wrong. Horrendous. Okay, so these are our tiers. We're gonna be talking about these. I don't know why there's like a not horror movie tier. Okay, I'm just like not gonna pay attention to that. So these are our tiers. We have best movie, good enough, average, below average, literally horrendous, and have not seen. So we're gonna be getting into this now. So the first movie I have not seen, that's Day of Blood. Haven't seen that movie. If any of you guys have, please let me know your thoughts. I don't know what this one is, but I know I haven't seen it. What is that? Alice, Sweet Alice. Yeah, haven't seen that. Alien. We have seen Alien. And okay, I'm gonna put it in the best movie ever. And the reason I'm gonna put it in the best movie ever is because not only do I think it's a really good like horror movie, I also think it's a really good sci-fi slash horror movie, and I just think it's a kick-ass like great movie. Like I feel like if you just not don't even pay attention to the genres, I think it's a great horror movie. I think it's a lot of fun, and it's like one of the movies that I think is like one of the best movies that I think is really great in conveying suspense and conveying this atmosphere. I made an entire video essay pretty much talking about the atmosphere of this movie, but really, like, this movie shows you barely anything, and it's terrifying, extremely terrifying. And Ellen Ripley is like my favorite final girl ever, like one of them. I have a lot of favorite final girls, but she's definitely one of them, and yeah, she deserves that top spot. So, yeah. Let me see the chat really quickly. Okay. My favorites are Zombie and Suspiria. Ooh, cool. Cool. I have not seen the first one. I recently saw Suspiria, and I'll be talking about that like pretty shortly. Um Bay of Blood is good. I watched Mario Bava movies in one weekend. I love his style. I don't think I've ever seen one of his movies actually. Gonna look up his movies. I really need to get into some of these more like some of these filmmakers that I feel like not everybody talks about. If that makes sense. But okay, his movie. Okay, first of all, the posters of his movies look freaking cool. So I love that. I really need to check out his work. Okay, cool. So let me continue. I can't see what that is. Ben begins, and this time he's not alone. That is hilarious, but I have not seen it. Black Christmas. Okay. I'm gonna put this in good movie. I feel like it could be best movie ever because I think the movie's pretty good. But the reason I'm putting it in good movie is because I don't remember enough of it to put it in the best movie ever. And I don't know if that happens to you guys sometimes where you watch a movie and you like really enjoy it, but for some reason you can't remember certain details of it, even though you think you should remember certain details of it. And I think one of the reasons why I don't remember certain details of it, oops, I literally just disappeared. Okay, I'm back. One of the reasons why I don't remember certain details of it is I think because I saw it with a friend. Not saying that when I watch movies with friends, I like disconnect and I don't pay attention to the movie, but we were like enjoying it so much. I feel like I remember more the experience than the movie. But I will say, love the Final Girl. Talked a lot about her in my Final Girl video, and the entire concept of it is really cool, especially because it's pretty much told from your point of view of the killer, which is really interesting. In class today, I have a horror movie class in my film school, and in class today we were talking about like when they put us in the killer's perspective, and we were specifically talking about doing that like in Halloween, but like in the movie Halloween. But I think it's really cool when a lot of other movies do it as well, and I think Black Christmas is one of the best examples of that and stuff. And Janelle mentioned Carrie earlier, and we have Carrie here, and honestly, okay, I'm tempted to put it. Okay, no, I'm gonna put it in good movie. I'm like really tempted to put it in best movie ever. I think on Letterboxd I gave this like a 4.5 stars on Carrie. I really dig Carrie. I think Carrie is one of those movies where it's like extremely weird, but it's like a really, really good weird. And I think one of the reasons Carrie is so good is because it's telling the story that I feel like is not told enough. Like, I mean, think about it in the perspective of the 70s. I feel like today, this type of arc, this type of story is pretty much overdone. But I think Carrie is such like an interesting character herself that it just makes the entire movie worthwhile. And the movie kind of plays like a coming of age and a really like nice movie. And then in the last like 30 minutes, it just goes crazy and yeah, just literally goes insane. Like, I mean, if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I like Carrie, but I do think there's some things about it that are like a little bit weird, which is why I'm not putting it in best movie ever. And I do think Black Christmas is a better made movie as well than that. But let me look at the chat. Oh my god, we have 9 people here, guys. I'm so glad you 9 people were not here when I started the stream because like it was a mess. It was a mess. You guys should replay it to have a laugh. But let me see. Alien is so good. Yes, it is. Let me see. Okay, yeah. I think I read this one. I really need to check out his work. I'm actually gonna write it down so that I don't forget about it. Okay. Cool. I've always wanted to watch Black Christmas. We gotta watch Black Christmas. Hey, nice to see you. How are you doing? So, Halloween, Exorcist, Black Christmas, Suspiria, Deep Red, House Frenzy, Alien, Phantom of the Paradise. These are all your favorite 70s horror movies? Incredible. We're going to be talking about a lot of these, but I also haven't seen a lot of these, so I definitely have to check them out. Hey, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Hello. I actually love Black Christmas from 2006. It was not as good as the OG, but it was a very fun slasher that suffered from the comparison with the OG. However, the last remake from 2018 was god awful. I've heard that version is pretty bad, and I've actually never seen the 2006 remake, but you're not the first one to tell me that it's not as bad. Like, it's not that bad. It just, like you said, suffers the comparison of, like, always being compared to the original and stuff. Hello. Thank you all so much for being here. Seen your channel since the beginning. Oh my god, that's crazy. Thank you so much for being here. I sometimes forget that I've had the channel for a pretty long time, so it's pretty cool seeing people who have been here from like the pretty much the beginning. Okay, let me see. Where's the chat? Okay, I think I'm caught up so far. My chat sometimes is a little bit delayed, so if any of you guys have sent messages, it's probably delayed on my end. But okay, I'm gonna continue and then we'll go back to the chat. Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things. I have not seen this movie. What's the movie called? Is that the actual name? Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things. Haven't seen it. If any of you guys have seen it, please let me know. Dawn of the Dead, I also haven't seen it, but I'm gonna actually be watching it soon in school. I think I'm gonna be watching this one soon because we saw Night of the Living Dead, and that one was really, really great, and I think we were gonna watch this one as well. I also haven't seen Deep Red, but I just remembered somebody mentioned it, and I should probably watch it. This movie I also haven't seen, Don't Look Now, but I've heard such good things about it. Also, I love that I'm like zooming in. I feel like you can tell that I'm quite literally extremely blind right now, even though I have glasses. Eraserhead, I haven't seen it. Actually, I was debating making a video for my 70s week on Eraserhead, like finally watching it because it's such a classic, you know what I mean? But I didn't do it because I feel like I wasn't in the mood. I'm not that much of a David Lynch fan. I haven't seen too much of his work, and I know that might be controversial because he's such like a famous filmmaker, and obviously he's really great. I'm not really like doubting his skills or anything, but I don't think his movies are for me and stuff. So yeah, that's also why I wasn't in the mood to watch it. But who knows? Maybe if I watch Eraserhead, I really like it, and it makes me really want to be like a David Lynch fan. Okay, Ganja and Hess, I saw it, and okay, I feel really bad putting it in below average. Actually, I'm gonna put it in below average, and I feel really bad saying that because learning about the history of this movie I think was so much cooler than actually like learning. I mean, not learning, than actually watching this movie. I just saw Ganja and Hess for class, and I don't know if any of you guys have seen it because when I went on Letterboxd, honestly, nobody that I knew, I don't think anybody that I knew watched it, like that I remember, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. The movie is essentially like a vampire movie, and it's really cool learning about it. I really think if you want to learn a lot about like black culture and like black films in the history of just cinema in general and like their entire like transgression from the beginning and stuff, like it's crazy. This came out in a time where like a lot of these were being made, but they weren't making like art house black films, and like we learned a lot about that in class and how it was really important for this movie to be made and like have, you know, give black filmmakers like a voice. And I think this definitely had a voice, and I think the director of this movie did a really good job in like just making this the most art house experimental movie ever. But I also think the movie was so weird. Like, look, if you think Carrie's weird, that's not even the half weird that Ganja and Hess is. And I really liked a lot of the themes that the movie was trying to do, and it's a very interesting take on the vampire genre because I think vampires can easily be so overdone, but in this movie, like, they were not overdone at all. They were just like I don't know, you just gotta watch it to understand. But I'm also just putting it in below average because I didn't really fully get what it was saying sometimes, and I feel like a lot of it was more like trying to be artsy instead of like giving me a solid story. But I think this movie, I watched it, I can't remember if it was on a streaming service or if my professor sent it to us, but at the beginning of the movie, it basically was saying that, like, this movie, and we learned about this in class too, like, it was shot on film, and a lot of the film was actually lost. And when this movie came out, they didn't really want to let him have a voice. They kept changing it to the regular average movie, like just editing completely differently than the original filmmaker intended. So it's really cool, I guess, watching a piece of history almost, because you're watching a movie that people were trying to find the missing pieces of the film to create the movie. So that's like a pretty interesting fact about it. But still, like, the movie was, it was definitely a movie. I think you guys should watch it, make your own opinion, and let me know and stuff. Okay, let me see what this is. God told me to. I don't know what he's telling me to, but we have not seen that one. Halloween. Yes. We're putting this, guys, in best movie ever. What else did you expect from me? Also, I'm wearing my Halloween shirt. I don't know if you guys can tell. Hold on. Wait, I have to take off the banner for you guys to tell. Wearing my Halloween shirt. I also have this like Friday the 13th Jason lanyard that doesn't have anything attached to it, but I was like, hey, Friday the 13th. Even though I actually really don't like Friday the 13th, that's like a little something about me. I just really don't. But yeah, horror. Anyway, before I talk about Halloween, let me look at the chat really quickly. Let me see. Okay. Alien is probably top 10 best horror films of all time, best third act. Yep. And I'm actually I think I'm a bigger fan of Aliens. Like, I think I like to watch Aliens more than I like to watch Alien, but I think Alien might be the better movie. But yeah, curious, which one do you guys like more, Alien or Aliens? Dawn of the Dead is awesome. I have to watch it. I mean, I'm so excited to be watching it in class. I've been wanting to watch it for a while, so like being able to be like, yes, I'm gonna see it is pretty cool. Okay, let me see. Are you talking about Xbox 360? I don't have an Xbox 360 anymore. I have the why did I just blank on the name? The X, the Xbox Series X is the one that I have. I love Aliens and Jaws, but I don't know when Aliens came out, if it was 70s or not. Aliens, I think, is early 80s. I think. But yeah, I love Aliens. Oh, not even early. Hold on. I'm looking this up right now, actually. So not early 80s, literally middle of the 80s, 1986. That's crazy. That's like pretty far from when the first one came out. But, that just shows like the quality of these movies, or at least like those two, because the third one is a whole different story. But there's so many franchises back then that like one movie would come out and like 2 or 3 years later another one comes out. It's pretty similar to today's standards, how movies just keep like coming out in like the span of nothing, cash grabs almost. But these movies took like their little time to come out, which is cool. Okay, let me see. Dawn of the Dead, yeah, you're gonna love it. However, surprisingly enough, I prefer the remake of Zack Snyder. Haven't seen that one either, but I do have it on Blu-ray, so I probably should watch it pretty soon. Um, okay, let me see. Yeah, yes, 360. No, X sucks. Crap games. Are you saying that the 360 sucks or the X sucks? I don't know, but I like the Series X. Right now, I'm playing Resident Evil. It's the newer one, Village, that came out. I think it came out. I think it's the most recent Resident Evil, and It's been fun. It's been pretty fun. Although I have to, like, I stopped at a part that was pretty difficult, and I just haven't gone back, so I need to do that. And okay, cool. So I'm not the only one. Yeah, I've only seen the first one, so I don't really. And if you've seen, excuse me, the movie, Jason doesn't even really come out in the first one, which is not even my problem with it. It's just like kind of not good. Like, I don't know. It's boring. Anyway, let's talk about Halloween. So, Halloween. I think it's one of the best movies ever made, and actually today I just got back from like a literal discussion about Halloween, and there's so many cool things about it. Like, that movie, I feel like the more I watch it, the more I really want to talk about it and stuff, because I think, and also the more I appreciate it, because the first time I watched it, I thought it was a good movie, but I didn't think it was anything crazy. And I think the more I watch it, the more I really admire like John Carpenter's work with it, and how he's really trying to build all of the suspense. And it's such a simple movie, but it has so much effect, and it has so much going for it too. Like, I think that's one of the best ways to make a horror movie, make it as simple as possible, but still have so much going on and stuff. And I mean, I'm sure a lot of you here have seen Halloween, and if you haven't, I highly recommend watching it. I think it's like, first of all, just a movie I think everybody should watch at least once, but especially if you like horror movies, I think you guys should definitely watch Halloween. But today in class, I just wanted to bring this discussion here. We were talking about how Dr. Loomis, like, we were just specifically talking about Dr. Loomis's character, and we were basically talking about how I wonder how different the movie would have been without Dr. Loomis, because we were basically saying how Dr. Loomis is really the only guidance that we have to like talk about Michael Myers, or like give us the insight that he's really scary and he's a monster. He's like the embodiment of evil. And obviously we see him be evil at the beginning of the movie, but it was just really cool. Like, I had never really thought of it that way, that Dr. Loomis is really the way we understand that he's evil, and we're just supposed to trust him throughout and be like, yeah, he's evil. You know what I mean? Even though we still see him do evil things, I think it's cool that Dr. Loomis is really the one who's giving us pretty much the backstory, essentially telling us the insight about Michael, because he doesn't talk, he doesn't do anything, he barely can walk fast. So yeah, but you know what he can do? He can drive a car, which I'm still pretty surprised about. But anyway, moving on. I could go on a tangent about Halloween all day, as you can see. House, I haven't seen this one, but I really, really want to. Invasion of the Body Snatchers, yeah, we've seen this one, and I'm gonna put it in average. I was pretty disappointed when I saw this movie, and the reason I was disappointed was because I really, really love the 1956 version of this. I think that's one of the best movies ever, and we can go at one of the best horror movies ever too. And if you've never seen that one, if you like don't want to watch old movies, because trust me, sometimes I'm the same way, I think you should give Invasion of the Body Snatchers from the 50s a chance, because it's so good and the pacing is great. It feels very modern in a, obviously it's an old movie, so you might not think it is, but it feels so modern. But I think this version from the 70s, although it changed a couple of things and it was definitely trying to be more of like, I don't think it was really trying to be a remake or something, but more of just like this happening again type of thing. I think it was cool. I think what they were going for was cool. I didn't buy into the romance that much, which I think is a pretty big part of the story and a big part of the emotional gut-wrenching moments that happen in the original. But also, I feel like our main character who was in this movie played by Donald Sutherland, who he's a great actor, not judging his acting skills at all, but the way he was written and the stuff that he was told to do, I feel like didn't really make me feel scared, because I think in the first movie what really makes me feel scared is that leading actor who just like kills it at like selling this really scared man who's still trying to figure everything out, you know what I mean? And yeah, I thought that movie, it was okay. Like, I think there's a lot of cool things about it. The makeup is cool, the production design is cool. There are still some really great suspenseful moments, and oh, the ending of this movie, I won't spoil it, but it's way better than the original, and I really like the way it ended. But at the end of the day, I feel like the movie was just like not that great. I feel like it could have been so much better if they really honestly focused a lot on the relationship and also just building like character throughout. Um but yeah. Let me look at the chat. Okay. I love Rob Zombie Halloween movies. I want part 3. Well, I really hate Rob Zombie Halloween movies. I made a rant video about both of them. I do not want a part 3. I haven't seen the new movie of Rob Zombie's new movie. I should probably watch that and see how it is, but I'm really not a Rob Zombie fan like at all. And I guess I can see the appeal, but I personally do not understand. I mean, okay, that's like rude of me to be like, I don't get why people like him, because everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but not for me whatsoever. Don't like that dude. Well, I mean, not personally. I just don't like his movies. I don't know anything about him. Oh my god, Oregon. I want to go to Oregon so bad. Anyway, hello. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for being here. Hey AJ, how are you? So, Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Carrie are my favorite 70s horror films. Yup, those are great picks. Honestly, yeah. Talked about Carrie a little bit earlier. Love that movie. And actually, let me check if this list has Texas Chainsaw Massacre in here. I mean, it should. Okay, yeah, it's right here. Why did I even doubt that it wouldn't have it? Because to anybody who's new in the live stream, I didn't create this. I just like randomly found it, and I was like, we're gonna go with it. So yeah. Friday the 13th has pacing issues, too much scenes of teens doing nothing interesting between each Jason scene, but the sixth one is so good. One of the best slashers ever made. You've seen it? No, I haven't. And actually, this makes me very excited to possibly check it out, because I really want to finish watching all like the original movies, like the original franchises of a lot of these like famous killers and stuff. And Friday the 13th is one that I have never checked out. I've never checked out more than the first one, which I think I've watched at least 1 or 2 movies of all the other not all the other types of franchises that exist. So I really have to check out Friday the 13th, the part 6. And that's really cool that you say it's one of the best slashers ever. I'll take your word for it, and I'll definitely watch it. It's awesome. Oh my god, another person saying it's awesome. Stop. I don't know if it's on my Letterboxd watch list, but if it is, let me see. I mean, if it isn't, we're gonna change that. Okay, Friday the 13th. I've always wanted to see, though, is Jason X. Is that the one where he goes to space? Because there's one of them that looks pretty funny. Is that the one? Yeah, in the year 2055, Old Earth is now a contaminated planet abandoned for centuries. That's hilarious. Added it to the watch list, by the way. Anyway, let's keep going. Exorcist 1973. Yeah, that's an awesome movie. We're definitely going to be talking about that later. And yeah. Also, oh my god, guys, do you remember when I had a podcast? Do you guys remember that? If you guys weren't there, I have an episode up on my channel, and it's up on like the podcast things of The Exorcist. And that is still one of my favorite videos that I've ever done. And speaking of the podcast, I really kind of want to relaunch it like in January. But that's a whole other discussion. But, speaking of The Exorcist, I love that movie. If you really want to watch a video of me just loving that movie, watch that, because, yes. I have not seen it, which sucks. I know, I've heard about that movie, and I've heard it's pretty good, actually, so I need to watch it. Good pick. Are you seeing Halloween Ends this weekend? You bet I am. I'm watching it on Friday, actually, Friday night, so I got like the 7 p.m. showing, and I'm pretty excited about it. And I'm also watching it on IMAX. Are you guys gonna be watching Halloween Ends this weekend? Let me know. Am I excited for it? Honestly, yeah. Do I think it might be really bad? Yeah, too. But I'm a sucker for those movies. Like, I know they're pretty bad, but I'm a sucker for them. I get really excited about watching them just because I'm like, it might be fun. It might be a fun ride. Even though the Halloween movies, I swear, I just don't really understand why half of them exist. I still enjoy that franchise a lot. So, yeah, I am seeing it, but I'm also excited about it, even if it may be bad. Agree with Friday the 13th series. It's got some good stuff, but prefer other slashes over. As for 70s movies, my favorite Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Exorcist, and The Omen. Good picks. I love The Omen. Dude, everybody's telling me part 6 is good. Okay, now I like have to watch it. When did this movie come out? Let me look it up. Friday the 13th part 6. Okay, so it's an 80s film. Okay, we're just like pumping these out. Cool. Okay. 86. Damn, maybe if I have time to squeeze. Well, no, never mind. I was gonna say if I have time to squeeze it, I can include it in this year's 31 Nights of Horror. But that means I would have to watch all the other ones. And I don't have time for that right now to watch part 1 and through part 5. But I will watch part 6 as soon as possible, you guys, because now I'm like actually pretty intrigued about that. Okay, hello there. My favorite 70s would have to be Texas Chainsaw, Jaws, and Halloween. Incredible picks. We love. I feel like we all have kind of similar taste. Like we've all been saying a lot of the same ones, which is pretty awesome. I love us. We all have pretty good taste. Okay, I'm gonna like catch up with the chat, and then we're going to go back to the actual tier ranking, which I'm gonna make myself big again. Hello. Let me see. The only movie I liked from Rob Zombies are his first two, House of a Thousand Corpses and Devil Rejects, but I genuinely hated everything else. Yeah, I've hated pretty much everything else he's done. I mean, I've only seen, I think, the two Halloween movies. So that's not really everything he's done, but because of those, I've been turned off to watch his other stuff. But like House of a Thousand Corpses is such a famous movie, so I really, like have to watch that. Let me see. Jason X is hilarious, such a guilty pleasure, and it was one of the craziest death scenes ever with a frozen face. I need to watch it. Oh, Chris is countering you guys. He's saying Friday Part 4 is better than Part 6. So I'm hearing that they get better, because I think Friday the 13th Part 1 is just so, like, below average for me. So I hear they get better, according to you guys. All right, you did one on Rosemary's Baby too. Can't wait to listen to both podcast episodes. Oh, thank you. Yes, I did do it on Rosemary's Baby. Honestly, I loved doing that. I also did some more. I did another one on Spirited Away. I don't remember if that one's on YouTube though. That might just be like on Spotify and like Apple Music. Is it Apple Music? Apple Podcasts, I mean, and stuff, because I wouldn't post all of them on YouTube, but I'm just like really happy with those episodes. I think they're like a lot of fun, and there's stuff that I really like to talk about. Honestly, I kind of never really talked on my channel of why I stopped making like the podcast stuff, but it just like I did not have time for it. Like they took so much dedication. The Exorcist one probably took me like half a month to do, and I'm really proud with the outcome, but it took me a really long time. So I think if I definitely want to like relaunch it, which I do, because it was a lot of fun, both for me, like just to produce it and edit it and all of that, but yeah, if I do it, I definitely need to come up with a better game plan. But yeah, anyway, kind of went on a tangent there, but I hope you enjoy them. Jason X is hilarious. Just remember liquid nitrogen. Okay, I'll remember that. I remember that. Okay, yeah, I was about to say, I'm like, did I read the same comment? I got like sort of deja vu, but okay. Let me see. Okay. We're gonna go back to the tier list. Let's see. Where were we, guys? Where were we? It's Alive. I actually don't know what that is. I have never seen it. Oh, the name of the movie is It's Alive. Sorry, I was like trying to figure out the name. But dude, I'm a sucker for like Antichrist, Devil Baby movies. So I did not know that one existed. So I should probably watch that. Jaws. Jaws is a classic. Am I right? I'm putting this above Alien. I think Jaws is honestly like one of the best movies ever, and I love it. Like I feel like so much has already been said about this movie. But I really, really love Jaws. It has like so many, like I feel like this movie's like a horror movie, but it's also like such a fun movie at the same time. Like at least that's how I view it. And it just reminds me of summer and like good vibes almost, even though like the vibes are not good in the movie because obviously they're getting eaten by a shark. But it's like a cool ass movie. And yeah. I think I've done a review. I've done a review of Jaws as well. Yeah. If you guys want to like see actual um thought out details of my thoughts on this movie because my brain right now is all over. Is that Let Sleeping Courses Lie? Haven't seen that one. There's a lot of these movies that like I just haven't seen. Let's Scare Jessica to Death. I really love that name, but I haven't seen it. I also haven't seen this one. I have not seen this one either, Nosferatu, like the 70s one. I haven't even seen the like the really really old one either. So, have you guys seen that? What do you guys think? Haven't seen this one. Okay, guys. This is getting to the part where I just haven't seen any movie. Haven't seen Piranha. I've seen a Piranha movie, but I'm pretty sure it was an early 2000s movie, which is not that one. I don't know what that is. Haven't seen it. Haven't seen it. Oh my god, a movie that I saw, Suspiria. Wait, Suspiria is not below average. I'm gonna put this in. I'm putting it in good enough. But that sounds kind of mean. It's good enough, fine. Yeah, I'm leaving the name as good enough. Good enough. Okay, so I thought Suspiria was good. I just think it could have been so much better. Like, I really loved the art direction. I really loved the lighting, the colors, cinematography. I liked a lot of it, but at the same time, I feel like everything else felt kind of flat to me and like or like the tone, I don't know. The movie, I feel like there was something really off about that movie, and I don't know what it was. I mean, it is a very like different type of movie, but I really did like how it embraced its style. That's probably my favorite thing about it and the thing that most people talk about. But I think the movie is just all right. Like, I don't know. I feel like there was never a super high point. Like the pacing was okay, but the tone of the movie and the way the movie was just structured, like there was never, in my opinion, a super big high climax, even though there are definitely moments towards the end where like it starts heating up, like things are starting to get crazier. I feel like I never felt it that much because throughout I just felt like it had the same vibe and the same energy almost throughout the whole movie, and I kind of wanted something to be like, holy crap, this is what's happening. And I feel like I never got any of that. If that makes sense, but I still think it's good. So it's a good enough 70s movie. I have not, I have not seen any, but I really want to because I really dig the style. Like, I think if you can just, I love filmmakers who just make stylized movies and just like embrace that so much, and that's why I really do like that movie. But I just think, I think that's like, even though that's really good about it, it doesn't make up the whole movie for me, if that makes sense. So yeah, but I do have to check out more of his work. This is the Amityville Horror. Oh my god, this movie. We're going average. This movie's like kind of fire, but kind of not. Like, I watched it and I honestly like enjoyed my time because I really do like haunted house movies. I think they're a lot of fun. I like ghosts. I think my favorite types of horror movies to watch are probably, like I said, Devil Baby, Antichrist movies, or like haunted house movies. Like, I just think they're a lot of fun. But this movie was also sort of pretty bad. Like, it was kind of laughable at some points. Like, actually, I think it's a pretty funny movie if you want to watch it with a group of friends. And it was just kind of boring too, but it's just average. Like, it's your average horror movie that, like, I feel it could entertain you, but don't expect it to be the best thing in the world. Although, I do have a funny story time with this. Basically, I'm back, guys. Um, I bought this at Walmart. Like, I bought one of the little packs. It, like, has a really pretty cover. I wish I could show it to you, but my stuff is really far away. I bought it because it brought, like, 3 Amityville movies. And, dude, I go to, like, check the discs. I watched the first Amityville horror movie, this one. And then I also bought it because it's supposed to bring the one with, oh my god, what's his name? I'm blanking right now, guys. Help me. Who's in the remake? Oh my god, this man is like famous. I know him. The movie from like 2005. Hold on. Ryan Reynolds. I can't believe I forgot the dude's name. Anyway, him. I really want to watch that version. I go to like figure out and put the disc in my Blu-ray player, and the movie is like one of those like low budget Amityville movies. Like, it included the Amityville Horror from the 70s, then like a sequel, and then it included some random ass Amityville Horror movie, but not the Ryan Reynolds one that was advertised in the cover and in like the back of the Blu-ray. So they just like, I don't know if it was just my copy or if it was just like a general copy at all. But like, you imagine they just like messed up everybody's Amityville Horror, or maybe they just like messed up mine. But point is, I was pretty pissed about it. So I haven't seen that movie since. And I still haven't seen the 2005 one. And I never went to like actually return it. But whatever, guys. Maybe don't buy your movies at Walmart. Let me see the chat. Ghost movies are one of my least favorite subgenres. The only ones I would love are the Japanese ones, The Ring, Ju-on, etc. Okay, interesting. Because I really, really love those movies. Like, the ones you mentioned, The Ring, love that movie. Haven't seen the other one. And please recommend me some Japanese horror movies because, dude, every single time I watch any type of Asian cinema that's, like, specifically horror or mystery or thriller, they surprise me so much because they're so, so great. So, recommend me anything, please. I would love to. Let's see. Okay, I never saw the Nosferatu movies either. Yeah. Bird with the Crystal Plumage and Deep Red. I need to check Deep Red. Other people have talked about this movie. If you could direct any 70s horror, what would it be? Okay, that's like a really, really good question. Honest, like if I could direct a movie that's already been, like are you talking about a movie that's already been made? I think I would probably do Halloween. Like, I just think I would have loved to work on that movie, like, in general. You know what I mean? Like, because a lot of what works for that movie, I think, is the way it's directed and the way the cinematography, too. Like, yeah, I would have loved to, like, been in the brainstorming process for that. Just not even directed. Just, like, been a little fly in the wall in there and do that. Okay, let's continue. I just realized you guys really can't see that. Sorry, guys. Okay. Let's see. The Baby. I haven't seen it, but question, does this have anything to do with that show that came out on HBO Max that I think had something to do with The Baby? I wonder if it's like similar concept. This is The Blood Splattered Bride. I've never seen this one, but I think one of my friends saw it and she said it was like, I think she said it was bad and also pretty like gross, I think. Like she was telling me that there were some like animal deaths. Bless me. There were some like animal deaths in the movie, which I don't like animal deaths, so we're not gonna be watching that anytime soon. But yeah, The Brood, haven't seen that. What's this? The Car. These names are so funny. Wait, no. I'm putting it here. Okay. The Crazies, The Exorcist. Let's talk about The Exorcist, but no, it's not literally horrendous. This is like, oh my god, do you guys hear my dog? He's going crazy back there. Because they just rang the doorbell. Okay. So, let's talk about this. Where was I? I was talking about The Exorcist. Oh god. Okay, so I think The Exorcist is actually better than Jaws. And I know I keep changing which one's the better one. I think these are all better movies. Honestly, I think I'm going to like rearrange this before we end today's live stream because I'm extremely indecisive. But The Exorcist is such a good movie. Like, I think God, there's just so many good things I could say about it. I'm gonna plug my podcast episode again because I just like went in detail about it. But just like there's so many themes in this movie that I think are so good. And like I love that you have like okay, first of all, I love that you have a mom who is actually going the regular route instead of just specifically saying, I'm gonna go find an exorcist for my daughter. Because realistically, who in their right mind, I mean, maybe I would now because I watch horror movies, but I feel like people in horror movies automatically go to The Exorcist because it's the easy way out. It's like it'll lead us right to the plot. But the thing is that like realistically you'd want to get your child checked up at the doctor. I just love that. That's a really small thing. But also there's so much like religious stuff going on here. I think religious horror could be pretty interesting. I mean, I recently said I love Antichrist, Devil's Baby type movies, and I think it's really interesting how we have a character here who multiple characters here who their faith has pretty much failed them, and it really fails them in the end if you think about it. And I'm not going to spoil anything, but just a lot of freaking interesting stuff happening in this movie. Like, I know it can be kind of boring. I can totally see that, but this is one of those movies that, like, I will never get bored of it personally. But I can understand how some people might think it's boring and slow, because it kind of does feel maybe just a tad bit outdated in the pacing, but God, do I love that movie. So it's the best movie ever, in my opinion. The Call. Wait, I've seen that one. The Call South. It came out. Is that the one where like she'd call and it would be like a girl from the past and there was like a murder thing? Because I think I saw that one on Netflix. If it's that one, that movie was good. Like that movie was pretty great. The Chaser, I Saw the Devil. Yeah, I gotta see that I Saw the Devil. Haven't heard of The Chaser, but pretty cool. Thank you for that. But yeah, guys, I love The Exorcist, and I think every single person should watch it. But also, actually, maybe don't listen to me. Watch it if you're in the right state of mind, because I feel like the movie could be pretty heavy, and there's a lot of just heavy themes and just like the movie's gross. Like the movie, every time I watch it, I forget how gross the movie is. You know what I mean? But yeah, okay. Let's continue. Yeah, it's that one. That movie is so good. I'm glad you mentioned it because I forgot I watched that movie, but it was really good. It was really creative too, which I love a good creative horror movie and stuff. Okay. Hey Jennifer, sorry I'm late. Hope all is well. No worries, Luke. Thank you so much for being here. And everybody, if you really want to watch Halloween watch-alongs or like watch the Halloween franchise with him, he's been doing live streams like literally every single, I think mostly every single day. He's been doing them leading up to Halloween ends. So definitely watch that and watch his channel if you want those. But okay, let's go back here. Let's see, guys. We're like kind of almost done, but after I finish doing this, if you guys have any other questions, we can just do a regular chill Q&A. And after I finish this, I'm also going to tell you guys about the 31 Nights of Horror updates and some movies that I have planned out to review after this week. So, yeah. The Hills Have Eyes. Have never seen it. The House that, what is that called? Dripped Blood. Love these names, but never seen it. What is that? The House. I don't know what that, I don't think I've seen that. Okay, this says The Last House on the Left, but is that the right poster? Anyway, wait, I have seen this movie. Literally horrendous. Guys, I hated this movie. Absolutely hated this movie. This is a Wes Craven movie. I'm a super big Wes Craven fan. Love his movies, except this one. I really hated it because it felt to me like it was really just trying to capitalize and like, I don't know, I just hated it. Okay, wait. The movie, if you don't know, there's really violent like rape scenes, and I just really want to put that out there because it was like really uncomfortable. I've skipped literally mostly half of it. Made me really uncomfortable. There's just really uncomfortable scenes in general in that movie. And I get that Wes Craven was trying to make a movie about like how we are all, he was trying to make a movie basically about violence and how like we all have like this like bad side in us, I guess. Almost something like that. But I really hated it. I hated it that it was focused on like women's suffering and women's torture, and it felt like, just felt wrong. I hated watching it. Don't watch it, guys. I think it's horrendous. I really disliked it, and I just thought it was bad. Like from a movie standpoint, I just thought it was pretty bad. Oh my god, The Omen. Guys, we're putting this in good movie. The movie's great. I love it. And actually, Luke just put, I watched all 5 of the Omen movies yesterday. First one is awesome. Second one is good. Third one is not very good. Fourth is one of the worst, and the remake is awful. So, here's the thing. I actually grew up watching the remake for, like, the longest time. I would just only watch that movie. And it was one of those movies where, like, I always thought that was the original for my whole life, because I've been watching horror movies for a really long time, and it's the one with Julia Stiles, and I used to be obsessed with that movie, and I would tell people at my school, like, when I was, like, in elementary, middle school, I'd be like, guys, this is what happens in The Omen. Then I grew up, I watched the original, and that's a pretty damn good movie. Like, honestly, could probably, I'm gonna put it above The Black Christmas, guys, because I recently just rewatched it too, so maybe recent bias, but it's so good. It's like, it's really good too because you can read it in 2 ways. You can read it as like there is a literal antichrist, or you can read it as a dad going insane, listening to like all of these conspiracies and things around him, which is really cool and interesting. And yeah, I just think it's a great movie. I did not know though that there were like 5 of them. So you just like enlightened me and stuff. Okay, let me see. Have you checked out Mr. Harrington's Phone yet? I haven't seen it, but I do want to. And how was that movie? Did you like it? I'm curious. I saw the Blair Witch Project for the first time today, and it was good. Yeah, that movie's pretty good. I like that movie. I'm not a really big found footage horror fan, but that movie's pretty good. Yes, yes. The score for that movie, like, it just makes everything for me. It's like the best horror score, I think, in my opinion. I said it. Sorry, John Carpenter. Rocky Horror Picture Show. We haven't seen that. What's that? I love how we zoom in. That's like if like I've seen it. Like I know I haven't. I haven't seen any of these. But I have seen the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and we're putting this in good movie. I'm gonna put it right there. I think it's pretty good. I think it's really cool and has honestly dated pretty well. Like I think it still feels like I feel like it feels like it could be made today, if that makes sense. Like it doesn't feel old, doesn't feel outdated. I think it's a pretty good movie. I don't have much to say about it because I feel like I talked so much about it recently. My brain like forgot all my thoughts, but it's good. And Sally, I'm happy she survived. Also, so sorry if you guys can hear Loki in the back. He's clearly barking a lot. I don't think I've seen any of these. So we're putting them here. Guys, I have a lot of 70s horror movies to do. Okay, wait, When a Stranger Calls. Haven't seen the 70s version, but I also, this is one similar to The Omen. Grew up watching the remake all the time, like the early 2000s one, and I love that movie. It's probably bad. I haven't seen it since I was like in middle school. So, but yeah, I've never seen the 70s version. And yeah, I haven't seen any of these. Okay, guys, this is my list. I think I'm pretty. Actually, I'm gonna put that there. Wait. Why can't I move it? Okay, there. I changed it. I actually think Jaws is like the best movie ever. I love that movie. That's me. That's my list. Hope you guys enjoyed that. It was okay. Wait, let me see. I watched Mr. Harrington's Films about a week ago and didn't care for it. I watched it today after hearing one of my friends give it a very positive review, and I love it now. That's awesome. I love rewatching movies and suddenly loving it. You know what I mean? But okay, guys, this is my ranking of the 70s movies. If just think about it, because I'm gonna take it off now. Thank you so much. We're gonna just go back to regular business right now. Hello, how's everybody doing, guys? Everybody doing good? Okay, I've been live for like an hour. I thought I was live for like way less. Let me see. I really didn't like Mr. Harrington's film. The ending was very underwhelming. Nothing really happened. Interesting. I've heard some people say that it wasn't as much horror as they thought it'd be, because I thought it was going to be full-on horror, but I don't know. I also really don't know much about it, but yeah. Okay, guys, so I'm going to tell you really quickly about 31 Nights of Horror update, because I didn't post yesterday, and I know I'm supposed to post every day, but it's been, like, pretty hectic, honestly, trying to post every day, and I'm still going to continue to post every day. You guys are getting 31 videos, plus live streams, plus everything else if I do anything else, which I'm already doing enough. But yeah, yesterday was just really hectic. I usually try to pre-film my videos and pre-edit them. That's why like the first week I was doing great. But then I got like really busy with school. I was editing a project for my film class, for my film editing class specifically. And guys, it literally took me over 12 hours to finish it, and it was like a 3-minute scene. Because they had so much coverage, like they sent us raw footage of like a TV show and we had to edit it, which was fun, but also not fun because my sleep schedule was messed up, and then like I didn't have time to figure out anything else. And just like midterm weeks is like this week, so I've just been pretty busy with that. But yeah, anyway, my point in saying this is you guys are getting a video tonight after this live stream. Should probably come out at 8, which is the regular time that I've been posting my 31 Nights of Horror videos. I'm excited for that video. It is about sleepaway camp. I was able to finish the video a little bit before starting the live stream. However, the video that was supposed to go up today, if I were on schedule, was on a David Cronenberg film. That video, I don't think it's going to go up today, and I don't think I'm going to post it either today because I'm already doing the live stream, and I will be uploading a video, and I feel like that would just be too much for one day, like having 3 videos up and stuff. So that video is going to go up probably tomorrow, realistically, and then I will try to post 2 videos tomorrow. If not, I might just post 2 videos on Friday. But yeah, point is, I'm going to get back on track. I apologize about that, about like one of the videos being late. I hope that you guys understand. It's been pretty difficult, honestly, posting all the time, but I'm happy with it because I'm happy with the videos, I'm happy with the quality, I'm happy just having fun talking about horror movies and sharing that with you guys. But I did want to update you guys on that because yeah, we're gonna be behind on a day for maybe 1 or 2 days. But Sleepaway Camp video coming tonight, which that movie, guys, that was insane. But yeah, so that's that. And I also wanted to share with you guys the movies that I'll be reviewing um in for the 90s week. So you guys are getting it early if you're watching this live, but also if you're like watching this on the replay and stuff. But I will announce this like when that week is gonna start, but I want to tell you guys the movies. So I haven't pulled up on my phone on my calendar. So let me share with you that. Also, wait, I forgot to say this. Halloween Ends review coming Saturday. So excited about that. Okay, so let's talk about 90s movies. So we're going to be talking about The Craft from 1996. We're also going to be talking about Ringu from 1998, first watch for me. Then we're going to be talking about Urban and Legend from 98. Going to be talking about I Know What You Did Last Summer, one of my favorites. We're going to be talking about Audition from 1999, which I haven't seen either. And then we're also going to be talking about The Blair Witch Project. And I kind of have, or either The Blair Witch Project, either The Sixth Sense, or Misery. So out of those three, which ones do you guys prefer? Do you guys prefer I make a video on The Blair Witch Project, on, wait, I forgot the options, on The Blair Witch Project, Misery, or The Sixth Sense? Let me know, guys. Let me know. I'm gonna probably post a community tab thing somewhere. But yeah, if you guys have any input on that. But yeah, that's what's coming the week after this one. But we're still gonna talk about 80s this week and stuff. I have a pretty good lineup planned for the rest of the week and stuff. Yeah, I'm super, super excited to see it because I've never seen it and I love The Ring, so I'm like, I might as well watch it. And very nice to see you here. Hi, how are you doing? Okay, let me see. I haven't been spoiled. Oh my god. Excited. Excited to watch it. Excited. Okay, so Sixth Sense. We're seeing two Sixth Sense. So we're gonna go with Sixth Sense, which actually makes me pretty happy because I do love this movie. So I'm gonna write it down. We're doing the Sixth Sense. Okay, so that's 90s week. I haven't finished actually finalizing the schedule for the 2000s. I have a couple of movies that I want to put for 2000s, but yeah, still kind of planning that for that week. But okay, let me look at the chat. It's more of a family drama than a horror film. Okay, interesting. Hey, how are you doing? Oh my god, happy to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Everybody go watch his channel. Sick ass horror content. No worries, Jennifer. You are doing great content this month. Thank you very much for saying that because I feel like sometimes I get pretty stressed out myself and I'm like, oh my god, I didn't post this. But I'm like, no, I'm doing good. I'm posting as much as I can realistically. So, yeah. Do you have any short movie projects? So, yeah, I'm going to talk about that. I was actually going to make a whole separate video and live stream about this because so this semester I'm basically taking like my last advanced production class. I think I don't have any more after this because I'm almost done, which is pretty insane. But this semester I'm not going to be writing or directing. I'm actually going to be an editor for a short film, and I'm super excited because the writer director, I've been with her since like the beginning of film school. She's a super talented writer, and we have a pretty great crew of really talented people. We have a really great DP, really great producer, just great art directors, like everybody all around. So I've been working on that too, in like just the pre-production stuff, even though my job doesn't come essentially till post-production. Still helping, still gonna be on set and stuff, but yeah, we are starting fundraising for that pretty soon, and I'll share that with you guys in case you guys are interested in helping out fundraise anything. Like literally, you don't even have to donate, you can just share it around and stuff. So we'll probably give you guys a heads up when that's coming up and stuff, but we are going to be shooting the weekend of the 28th to the 30th. So that's when we're shooting, and I'm really excited about it. And it's also why I've been pretty busy too, because I've been just like helping out, especially when it's like a student film like this. Everybody has to be all hands on deck because, you know, we're all in the same boat essentially. But yeah, that's what I'm working right now. But I am also like writing a couple of scripts myself to possibly like produce next year, because this year I'm stacked with just stuff, and I really want to focus on editing because I love editing, and that's something that I definitely want to focus on this time around and stuff. But yeah, thank you for asking. I always love talking about short movie stuff, and I still have to share with you guys the last short that I did, which I'm pretty proud of. I was the writer and editor for that, And yeah, still have to share it. We're just like finalizing a couple of things still, and then I'll be able to share it with you as soon as possible, either through my YouTube channel or through some link, Vimeo link or something. I'll definitely share it with you guys. Okay, let me see. I feel like I just got out of breath. Mr. Harrington's Phone is one Netflix movie I will recommend. One that I would not recommend is The Munsters. Yeah, I said earlier that I hadn't seen it, but I don't want to like judge it before seeing it, but I'm not a Rob Zombie stan. So, yeah. I'm going back to this because I'm excited. I love not being spoiled about things. Would love to hear your thoughts on Sixth Sense. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for saying that because I really, really love The Sixth Sense. So, excited to talk about it and do a deep dive. And since I've seen that movie way more times than I could count, that'll definitely be a deep dive video that I'll do. Can't wait for your new projects. Thank you so much, Luke. Cool. Editing training is going to help a lot for your directorial efforts. You should set your IMDb page afterwards. I really don't want to set it up like 100%. So I'm in the process of just like setting up a portfolio in general because I have a lot of work that I've done, not just for like narrative films, but just like other types of video shoots and editing. And I've been trying to set up a portfolio and stuff. When I have all of that done, I will share that with you guys because I think it's cool and stuff. And I do want to make an IMDb page and stuff. But yeah, I really, really love editing. Like, I've loved editing probably my whole life. And really this semester and just, like, recently I've been really wanting to just push that. Because, yeah, I do think if you know how to edit and just, like, know that aspect, I think it just helps you in so many other filmmaking aspects as well. And I've been learning that a lot in my film editing class because it's the first time I really I'm editing something that I've never been there to shoot. And I've never been there to, like, I don't know, in a way, I've never been a part of it because it's all raw content of stuff that I've never obviously shot and stuff. So it's really interesting kind of putting your like director hat on and your editor hat on at the same time because you don't have access to talk to the director and what they wanted. So it's kind of cool and stuff. Let's see. I Know What You Did Last Summer is great. Can't wait to pick up the new 4K. I know. I want it too. I love that movie. Really, really excited to talk about it. Cool. You guys are loving the 4K. Awesome. Okay, well, if you guys don't have any more questions, but if anybody has any questions, any comments, please feel free to let me know before we end the live stream. Today's was a little shorter. Usually go over an hour and 30, but it's okay. It's also the middle of the week. After this, I have to finish some more projects I gotta do and stuff, but this was a lot of fun, guys. I wish I could edit. Oh my god, I'll teach you how to edit. I love editing. And, the thing about editing, you just have to start and practice. You know what I mean? Like, I know it sounds really scary, but the more you just do it and stuff, like, you get so much better at it. So, yeah, I think everybody can edit. We just gotta practice, you know what I mean? But yeah, thank you all so much for being here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. To those who were with me from the very, very beginning, thank you for bearing with me with all my technical difficulties. That'll be so much fun to watch on the replay. But yeah, thank you all so much. Thank you all for watching my 31 Nights of Horror videos. It's been really, really cool seeing, like, you guys comment, you guys like, really, really feeling like super wholesome and just really happy that you guys are enjoying my horror content because I've been like pouring my entire heart and soul into these videos and just having the best time, honestly, which is the best part, and just interacting with you guys and stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll probably see you guys next week for the 80s live stream we'll be doing. And yeah, more videos to come and stuff like that. You should make some tutorials for editing. Okay, that's cool. I do want to make more like film school related, film in general videos on like how-tos, so that's cool. I'll definitely do that. Great live stream and have a great day and continue being the best at everything. Thank you so much, Alex. That means the world. Thank you all so much. Hope you all have a very spooky afternoon, spooky morning. Is it morning anywhere where you guys are at? I don't know. I don't think so. But yeah, just have a spooky day. I hope you all have a great day. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you all in whatever next live stream I do, but I'll definitely see you all in the next video. Bye, everyone.